Here, I just got done listening to the president's speech about the executive decision that he has made and going to enforce about immigration reform. I don't know what you guys heard, but here's what I heard, and it's live, it's on YouTube, it's going to be replayed a million times. Literally. Immigration reform to him stands as this. Any illegal immigrant that has been here for the last 5 years that can prove that they've been here for the last 5 years and has not broken a law can now pass as a legal immigrant and become a United States citizen once they do a background check and etc. I've got a problem. I just need your help with something. I realize I'm just a middle class man listening to our President of the United States, Mr. Barack Obama, tell us what his executive action was, and it is as follows. Any illegal immigrant that has been here for the past 5 years that can prove they have not broken any laws can apply for citizenship and has now amnesty. So I ask you this, America, all countries across the world, if you're an illegal immigrant and you have been here for the past 5 years as an illegal immigrant, how is it that you can prove that you've been here for the last 5 years when in fact we don't know that you've been here at all since yesterday, let alone the last 5 years? Apparently there's some form of fucking documentation that you get when you cross the border that states the date that you illegally crossed the border into the United States to become an illegal immigrant. And now Mr. President Obama is stating that once you provide these papers that you crossed the border illegally 5 years ago and can prove that you are an illegal immigrant since the past 5 years, that you now have been granted amnesty to become a legal immigrant of the United States of America. I have such a menstrual cramp from this. My head is exploding from the delusional ideology that our president just spewed out of his mouth across the world on this date, November 20th, 2014. I get a lot of things wrong, but this one I'm going to get right. If you've been an illegal immigrant for the last 5 years in the United States of America, how in the fuck are you going to prove that you've been an illegal immigrant for the last 5 years in the United States of America unless somebody at the border, when you crossed it as an illegal immigrant, where are the papers? Where's the timestamp? How in the fuck does anybody know when you came here? If you're an illegal immigrant, it's because you're illegal. It's because nobody knows when the fuck you got here. It could have been 10 years ago. Could have been 15 years ago. Could have been yesterday. I can't wait to hear the loophole for this one. When in the fuck did the president get the audacity to speak to us like we were stupid idiots? I was born here. I have a birth certificate. So where's the certificate? Where is that certificate that states I'm an illegal immigrant? I got here just under 5 years ago. I like to see the stamp on that. And I like to see the state that approved that stamp. Because I guarantee it don't exist. Anybody that crossed the border less than 5 years ago illegally, sure the fuck wasn't trying to be stamped. Sure the fuck doesn't have papers because it was illegal. They surprised everybody. They sneaked in. They've been living under the radar for the last 5 years. But I'm sure we're going to hear Rush Limbaugh, Sean Hannity, and everybody else, including Glenn Beck, tell us why that is. I don't need all three of those guys, which I happen to be a big fan of, to tell me that illegal immigrants that have been here under the past 5 years somehow or another can prove that they got here just under 5 years ago. But that's the case we're going to hear. My case is this. Now we're stuck with at least 13 million legal immigrants, legal now, per the executive order of the President of the United States. Which means we have 13 million votes that are going to go completely 100% Democrat in the next 2 years. So Hillary Clinton, she ain't got a chance. I'm dumbfounded right now. That 20 years I spent in high school, that 20 years I spent in the education system is worthless. Because democracy just got pushed out the front door. Because Barack Obama in his executive order stated something that is not even possible to do. Now we have to check the papers of every 13 million illegal immigrants, which are now legal, because all they have to do is say, yeah, no, I got here 3 years ago, 4 years ago. 4 years ago, 363 days ago. And now they have been granted amnesty. So Social Security number and a birth certificate are now worthless. Watch your jobs, watch your homes, watch your property, watch your taxes. Because the once illegal immigrants, they're going to run the fucking show now. They're going to become your bosses. It's a dictatorship. It's no longer a democracy. The president himself said so. I'm getting ready to fucking hide, and I'm going to be looking for a guy named Dallas here on YouTube to get some water, some ammunition, and get ready to dug out.